Your East Division leaders, the Philadelphia Wings. I'd say that's got a nice ring to it, wouldn't you? In their last home game, the Wings got stung by the Swarm, and with 2 tough road games looming, how would they respond? Higgins stood tall as they stole a win in Buffalo from the Bandits. Then it was Rambo who drew last blood in New England with 6, count them 6 goals. Now here comes the West Division leaders from Saskatchewan rushing into Philadelphia.
Gets quick to the goal, he scores!
Last weekend, the team from up north squeaked out a win in overtime, diving headfirst into the league's elite. The Wings return home, where the sky's the limit for these high flyers from Philly. A career night for Matt Rambo on Sunday in New England. 6 goals and an assist for a 7-point game, anchoring the Wings' 14-11 win and a sweep of the weekend. Buffalo and New England going down and putting the Wings into first place in the East Division. Matt Rambo is 8th overall in the NLL in scoring after that weekend. Looking for more here tonight. Zach Higgins has been the anchor of this team, though, all season long, and those numbers show you the best goaltender in the NLL coming into the action this weekend. It has been a busy day here at the Wells Fargo Center. The Flyers already have a win. The Wings are going to try to make it a Philly sweep as they welcome in the Saskatchewan Rush here tonight. Hello, everyone, and welcome into our coverage of Philadelphia Wings lacrosse action here on NBC Sports Philadelphia. Alongside former Wings captain Scott Gabrielson, I'm Brian Smith. And Scott, it has been just a tremendous run so far for these Philadelphia Wings, and it's been just great lacrosse so far up and down the aisle.
Yes, it has. It's tremendous, and this is going to be a great game tonight. Saskatchewan coming to town, and the reason why Philly has been so good is because of Zach Higgins, the #1 goalie in the league, the #1 goalie, probably the MVP right now. He's the reason why the Wings are #1 in the East Division. He's athletic, he's smart, he's making big saves, and he's carried the Wings so far.
And of course, Matt Rambo, after that weekend last weekend, really showing he's coming along in the indoor game.
Well, he has had the hot hand for the Wings. He's the man right now. He's had 6 goals, 1 assist last week, having great success coming up from the left-hand side to a strong hand and releasing it on the run. He has been dialed in with great goals. He's #2 in scoring for the Wings.
That 6-goal effort was one of the best we've seen so far in the NLL this year.
Yes, it is. They call the 6-goal the sock trick. Compliments of Colorado. Gary Gage used to score 3, and then he'd score 6. Josh Burns has best of the year with 7, and then these 3 with 6. Pretty impressive.
The Saskatchewan Rush have a lot of offensive weapons at their disposal. Ben McIntosh has been this team's leading goal scorer this year.
Yes, look for big number 90, Ben McIntosh, a Drexel University All-American. He may not get a lot of fan cheers tonight, but he is one of the top players in this league. Big, strong, fast, and smart. He's a tremendous shooter, puts the ball in the back of the net, had 4 goals against Halifax last week.
And whoever's been scoring the goals for Saskatchewan has been Mark Matthews setting them up.
Big number 42, 6'5", 230, the 2018 National Lacrosse League MVP, best all-around lefty in the game, incredibly unselfish, knows how to find the open man, sees the floor so well, and he has a flair for the dramatic. Look at this backhand shot. Mark Matthews, one of the most exciting players in the National Lacrosse League.
Now, there's a lot of lacrosse left to be played, Scott, but right now these 2 teams are 2 of the best teams in the league.
Yes, they are. They're at the tops of the league. Halifax was the team to beat to start the season. They went 5-0 and then got knocked off for a couple games. But look at Saskatchewan, Philadelphia right in there. That winning percentage over 700, quite impressive. It's going to be a great game.
Philadelphia Wings trying to get back to the winning ways at home, but they're going to have to do it against one of the league's best road teams in the Rush. It's going to be a great one tonight here at the Wells Fargo Center. We're just a few minutes away from the Saskatchewan Rush and the Philadelphia Wings here on NBC Sports Philadelphia. The NLL on BR Live and NBC Sports Philadelphia is brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Visit geico.com to see how much you could save. We're just minutes away from the Philadelphia Wings and the Saskatchewan Rush tonight here at the Wells Fargo Center. Our Devin Caney is downstairs with the star of last week's game, Matt Rambo.
Thanks, Brian. Matt, you had an incredible weekend in Week 12. You had your first career sock trick with 6 goals versus New England. What was working for you?
I just think our team chemistry on offense and defense is clicking on all high levels right now. So give all credit to my teammates for putting me in a good spot, and that's in the past. It's a new game today.
Winning both of your back-to-back games last weekend, how do you guys keep up that momentum going into this game against the Rush?
We're just going to keep playing wings ball, and we're not really going to look too forward, not behind us. It's a new game. We're just ready to play today, and whatever happened in the past, happened in the past. It's a new game. We're all fired up to be back at home in Philly in front of the best fans, so that gives us enough boost.
Can we expect another sock trick from you tonight?
I can't promise anything, so I don't know.
All right, thanks, Matt. Good luck.
Thank you.
And now for tonight's starting goaltenders, Evan Kirk, the venerable veteran for the Saskatchewan Rush team, and Zach Higgins having his best year of his career.
No doubt. I mean, Kirk is a very good goaltender, veteran goaltender, calm demeanor to angle goalie.
And here's your BetMGM inactive report tonight. Corey Vittorelli's unavailable for the Wings due to injury. Jeff Cornwall, Marty Dinsdale, and Tanner Thompson all sitting out for the Saskatchewan Rush. We are set to go here at the Wells Fargo Center as Trevor Baptiste moves in on the opening draw. Whistle is blown and we are underway as they wrestle for the opening ball here, and it's going to go to Jeremy Thompson there, rolled right over his stick, so we still have a contested loose ball. The Wings are going to come out and play it. Coming out of his net quickly there was the Saskatchewan goaltender Evan Kirk, and applied some pressure that results in a turnover, and that's one thing we're going to see from this team tonight, Scott, is defensive pressure against the Wings.
Yes, you are. They're the fastest, most aggressive team that plays the game both on offense and defense. They'll pressure the ball all over the floor. Right now, they pulled Kirk down 6-on-5.
They're trying to get an early starting goal here as a stop by Zach Higgins was picked up by the Rush. They are full of energy here in this opening possession as they get the loose ball and will set back up. Kirk goes back to the goal as Saskatchewan scores. So the Rush able to quickly get something going, and Ryan Keenan has made it 1-0.
Well, we talked about the slick stick of Mark Matthews. Well, there it is right away for Saskatchewan. Watch 42. Look at this little flip. You don't even know what he's doing. And he flipped that ball right to Keenan, cutting perfectly. Half a flip. Picks that upper right-hand corner. What a play. Two-man game all set up by Mark Matthews, but a great finish by Ryan Keenan. His 11th on the year.
So Saskatchewan out of the gate quickly. A little bit of trickery there, pulling the goaltender for the extra attacker on their first possession. Right after Kirk really went out there and generated that possession. Trevor Baptiste able to win this one cleanly. And now the Wings are going to get set up for their first attack.
Coach's son, saw Derek Keenan, all-time legendary player, played with the Buffalo Bandits. He's had great success behind the bench for the Saskatchewan Rush. Won 3 championships over the last 4 years. This is one of the best teams in the National Lacrosse League.
Wings able to work it out in front for Kevin Crowley, but he stepped on the crease, so a violation, and Saskatchewan now with the ball. Now on the right side, they work it to Jeff Shatler, veteran forward for the Saskatchewan team. Won 3 championships in the last 5 years, did Saskatchewan. Quick shot stopped by Higgins. And a lot of what generated that successful lacrosse is still here on the field.
Yes, great comfort for Saskatchewan. The team plays very well together. You see a lot of forechecking. They're very aggressive defensively. They've got some of the top defensive players on the team, really in the league. Shout out right away to Kyle Rubish. He's been the National Lacrosse League Defensive Player of the Year 3 times, and from 12 to 15. And then Ryan Dilks, look for him, 24. He was the Defensive Player of the Year in 2016. This is a defensive-heavy backdoor to match an incredible offense as well.
They work it to the left side, and McIntosh trying to maneuver through a crowd. Can't do it. Wings pick it up, and they will come the other way. Kyle Matisse playing over 29 minutes a game for the Philadelphia Wings this year. Leads the league in time on the field. He plays at both ends very often for Philadelphia. Here's Brett Hickey looking for a lane. Hickey comes up high. Right side to Blaze Reardon. Near side now. Here's Crowley with a shot. from a low angle. That whistled wide. Wings get possession but still have to shoot. 4 on the clock. They get one on net, but Kirk gobbles that up. There is no rebound. And here comes the rush.
As we started before, keys to Saskatchewan, pressure all over the floor. That's what they do so well. And then creating turnovers. They lead the league in caused turnovers. They've got 90 caused turnovers on the season. If they can continue that, they're going to be in a good position.
Pair of saves there for Zach Higgins. And the Wings able to take over. That's one thing Higgins has been really good at this year, Scott, is making key saves at times when the Wings are trying to change the momentum.
Yes, it gives great confidence to the defenders that play in front of you when a goalie can make a big save from outside.
Here's Josh Courier along the near wall. They work it around. Rambo up above the restraining line. Long shot, rather that was Kevin Buchanan with the shot that whistled wide. Saskatchewan picks it up. We'll bring it the other way.
We talked about Corey Vitarelli not being in tonight. Buchanan is going to fill in for him, so look for 72 to create some havoc over there on that left-hand side.
Higgins with a save off some slick ball movement from Saskatchewan. They're able to regain possession and get set back up. Here's Matthews, couldn't quite catch that pass cleanly. Ball's down, is picked up though, now it's back down as the Wings apply some pretty big pressure on the rush. And Philadelphia is going to come away with it.
Great team defense by Philadelphia, swarming D, great slide by Charbonneau to take out Demand. Let's talk about the Wings keys right now. They've got to limit the right-hander scoring for Saskatchewan. Mark Matthews sets them up from the left side and the righties score, and then the Wings have to get to Kirk early to try to get him thinking whether he's going to have a big night or not, and they just got to keep shooting.
So far, Kirk has stopped everything that's come his way. Now Higgins able to keep another one out. We get some pushing and shoving in front of the Wings crease, but that'll be quelled, and Alex Pace is going to bring it up the left wing. Early goings here at the Wells Fargo Center. Saskatchewan Rush and the Philadelphia Wings. First place in the West Division versus first place in the East Division here tonight. Saskatchewan with the early 1-0 lead. Here's a give and go down to Reardon. Tried to shoot, couldn't. Reardon has it knocked away, but it comes to Rambo, 8 to shoot. Rambo dealing with some pressure on the right side from Thompson. Now he's able to turn one on net, and that is gobbled up by Kirk. So far, Scott, they haven't tested Kirk too much.
No, they haven't, but one of the reasons why these are the two best teams in the league right now is because they're well-rounded. They're strong out the front door on offense and very strong out the back door on defense. Saskatchewan's got a great defense, and Philadelphia's just as athletic and swarming. Two very good teams, and here's a transition.
Wings able to force a turnover, and here they come. Kyle Matisse, left side, shoots, and a save made by Kirk. It goes out of play, and we've got a timeout on the floor. 9:13 left to go in the first quarter. Saskatchewan with the lead. Rush lead the Wings 1-0 early on here at the Wells Fargo Center. Gear up for Philadelphia Wings lacrosse. Don't miss any of the hard-hitting action and family fun when the Wings take the turf here at the Wells Fargo Center. Single game tickets are on sale now for all Wings lacrosse home games. Score your tickets today at wingslax.com. Scott, what a difference a year makes for this Wings team.
You're not kidding. Take a look at this. Again, Wings start off really slow. They were 0-6 actually to start the season. At this point last year, 2-8. Now they're 7-3. Goals are the same, but defense is what made the difference. And that guy right there, Coach Paul Day, I think he's the leading candidate for Coach of the Year. He's done such a great job with the Philadelphia Wings, bringing in Zach Higgins. The defense is playing so well, and the difference in this year is that defense wins games.
We've got a penalty coming up here against Saskatchewan.
Saskatchewan penalty, 2 minutes, holding, stick.
So a holding the stick penalty is going to put the Wings on the power play. And Scott, this is an opportunity because the Saskatchewan team, one of its weaknesses is the penalty kill. They allowed 5 power play goals last week to Halifax, and this is a spot where the Wings could step in and do some damage.
They're actually a very disciplined team. They have the lowest number of penalties in the league, but unfortunately, yes, as you mentioned, the worst penalty kill also.
And the power play strikes theirs. It's been good this year for the Wings, and they're able to tie it up as Brett Hickey fires it home. It's 1-1.
Nothing like a great power play. Look at Crowley, little flip behind the back. Hickey set up number 11. Look at the catch. He looks at the goal, sees that 5-hole and bounces it right between Kirk's leg. flip behind. Watch Hickey sets him up a little bit. Kirk lifts up that stick, and Hickey beats him 5-hole. What a great goal by Brett Hickey on the power play.
5 goals, 2 assists for Hickey over the 2 games last week. He's got 5 hat tricks this year out of the games that he has played, and he missed 1 for some personal reasons, but he has been a force in every game he's played. He's perhaps on his way to another one as he's gotten Wings' first goal in the contest.
Yep, last home game versus Georgia, Hickey was absent, and the Wings lost by a goal. Hickey could be a difference, but he's starting off hot tonight.
Wings win the face-off and are looking for more. Buchanan tried to find Courier just out of his reach, and this is going to be corralled by the Rush deep in their own end. They will move it out in transition. Very dangerous transition. Teams got not this particular transition, but this Saskatchewan team scores a ton of goals on the break.
Yes, they do. They love playing fast. Tremendous stick skills. Push the ball, push the ball. It's what Coach Derek Keenan likes to do.
They work it around on the left side. This is McIntosh. Fires and a save made by Higgins. Rebound is controlled by Schattler. Works it back to McIntosh. Looking for some space. The Rush leading goal scorer off to Schattler on the near side. Schattler looking to shoot. It's blocked off the stick. It bounces out near midfield. Rush will get to it first. Still have 14 to shoot. Here is Matthews working on the right side. Tried to dish it off for Schattler, but he could not catch that cleanly. And we get a whistle, and the ball's going the other way. It's Philadelphia.
Little action coming up the floor, but how about that Matthews one-handed underhand pass in front of the net? Dangerous all over the place.
That's the kind of stuff the Wings are going to have to deal with tonight, with a whole mess of unconventional ball movement. That's one of the things that makes this Saskatchewan team so dangerous. They're able to pick up a loose ball, and now we'll bring it up the floor. They'll get set up, get the offense out. Only 7 games for Saskatchewan this year. That's why some of the goal numbers aren't quite as high as some of the other teams in this league. Wings, for example, have played 10 games over and back here against Saskatchewan. That'll give the Wings the ball. Here's Kyle Matisse looking for a shot. He scores! Kyle Matisse! They don't need to get set up. He's just going to fire it home. Wings take the lead 2-1.
Talk about a guy that's dangerous all over the floor. How about the captain, Kyle Matisse, plays defense, coming right down. Slow slide right there. Joachim holds up Thompson. Matisse has his sit time room, buries it from outside. Great goal by Kyle Matisse, the Moose.
10th of the year for Matisse, who again is getting it done all over the floor this year. He leads the NLL in points by transition players.
Wings goal scored by number 46.
So we get a violation off the face-off again, so another win for Philadelphia.
Assisted by number 33, Anthony Jogo. Wings goal scored by
Kevin
number
Crowley
46, Kyle Matisse.
trying to get something
Assisted
going here
by
as they
number
start this
33,
possession on the right side. And now it's Matt Rambo shooting just wide of the net. Did get a piece of that as the shot clock reset, but Saskatchewan to the loose ball, and they'll move it up the floor.
Good matchup over there on that left-hand side. They've got Kyle Rubish, as I said earlier, former defensive player of the year here in the National Lacrosse League, matching up on Rambo. Rubish is a righty on the lefty Rambo. It's the way that defenders like to match up. You like to have a righty on a lefty and a lefty on a righty.
Here's Matthews, thought about the shot, now tried to sneak one into the corner, missed it wide. They work it back out to Keenan. Big shot save made. Rebound out. Another shot, and it rolls over the line. Zach Higgins got almost all of that bid from the Drexel product, Robert Church, but it spun backwards and crosses the goal line. It's 2-2.
That first shot hit Higgins right between the eyes. You see him take it, and then it's McIntosh getting it off the rebound, right off of his helmet, picks it up, takes that quick shot. Sure, Higgins wasn't even clear with the head in his head yet, but it just sneaks under his left elbow, under his left armpit, crosses that plane. Goal, Saskatchewan.
And you can see the spin that was on that ball. If it had been spinning the other way, it might have gone the other way, but it is McIntosh's goal.
Assisted by number 15, Ryan Keenan.
And Higgins has been one to shake things like that off pretty quickly, but Yeoman's effort there regardless of the result, trying to get all those rebounds and stuff out.
All right, a lacrosse ball in this league, really, in any league, is shot about 100 miles an hour. To take a 100-mile-per-hour shot right between the eyes, it's not a very good feeling for a goalie.
Wings working around after the face-off win. It's Courier looking to shoot, does so. Save made by Kirk. And he's able to gather in that rebound. Long pass ahead, and Saskatchewan's got numbers. They tried to work it to the left side. Coming off the bench was McIntosh, but the pass missed him, and the Wings are going to take over.
Messenger probably should have taken that shot. He thought he had McIntosh coming in out that front door by himself, but the Wings defenders were right there.
And now Saskatchewan able to force a turnover, and they will come the other way. All tied up at 2 apiece here at the Wells Fargo Center. Only meeting of the year between these two teams. Of course, they got to go a long way to play each other, so once a year if that. Here's Keenan looking to shoot. That shot was blocked. He'll quickly get back to that loose ball, and they'll work it around. 8 to shoot now for Saskatchewan. They continue to look for the bid. A bouncer in on Higgins, and he's able to keep that out. Wings grab the loose ball. They're going the other way.
Talk about a great defender. Liam Burns right there, big number 55, putting his body in front of the stick, the head of the stick on the shot, absorbing 2 shots to turn the rush away. Great job, and then Wagner picks up the ground ball and pushes it up the floor.
Red Hickey coming up high, plays it around to Rambo. Now down for Buchanan. Work back out in front. A big shot is stopped by Kirk. He got a piece of that one and sent it wide. Saskatchewan now setting up the offense as Matthews controls on the right side. Matthews surveying. They work it around. Church rolls off a man. Near side, a shot is blocked, comes back to Church. Another shot stopped by Higgins.
Great save by Higgins. We talk about him being an athletic goalie. He almost punched that save away. What a great save. Church with a big shot from up top.
Wings trying to get something going in transition, but the ball was dropped, and now here comes Saskatchewan trying to do the same thing. Thompson with a nifty pass, but it was off the mark. Goes into the corner where it's picked up to the near side. Shatler will slow things down. Another big bid, stopped by Higgins, and there is no rebound. We have a timeout on the floor, 3:03 left to go here in this first quarter. 2-2 is our score. Wings and Rush all tied up. Devin Caney is downstairs with Paul Day.
Thanks, Brian. Coach, I just saw you pumping up the guys. What were you saying?
Just obviously they're shooters. They're shooting 90s, shooting the ball a lot for them. We got to do a better job of stepping in the shooting lane and making sure he pays for every shot he takes.
You told me the team's mantra is to prep like your last place team, but play like your first place team. Would you say you guys are honoring that?
Yeah, you know what? It's a good pace to the game here. We scored a couple good goals. They've scored a couple, one trickler in. They're really pushing the pace. We got to play a more controlled game with the ball and get some better opportunities 5-on-5.
Thanks, Coach. Brian?
Devin, thank you very much. Scott, there was no secret it was a great start for the Wings. No secret that there were some lesser opponents in there. They're in a very tough part of their schedule now, and this team has really responded to that tougher competition.
Yes, they have, and I love that quote. You know, play like a first-place team, but prepare like a last-place team. That's Coach Paul Day. That's the mentality it has. This Philadelphia Wings team still thinks they are an underdog. As they sit in first place in the Eastern Division, they're still playing with a chip on their shoulder. And I like that. I like the mentality. I like the aggressiveness. You know, be ready to play every day and have something to prove.
Wings will get set back up here off a loose ball violation. And they'll work it out in front. A shot, they score! Blaze Reardon off the give and go. Wings back in front. It's 3-2.
The Blazer on the board. Look at this nice pick and roll. He almost sets it up, doesn't really get the pick, but gets that little flip underneath. Look at Buchanan, finds him. It's a slip pick by Reardon. Stick high, high to low shot, bounces it under that glove hand. Yeah, Blazer, great goal by number 10, Blaze Reardon.
8th of the year for Reardon. He had an 8-point game back in January against Vancouver, which almost kind of marked his arrival here into the National Lacrosse League. He's a goalie outside. Indoors, he's a huge offensive threat.
Yep, and he's an assist guy, so that's the first goal that he had in the last week. He went 0-5, or had no goals last week, but had 5 helpers, so he gets it done however he can. It was a great goal by Reardon.
Mike Messenger is able to dig out a face-off win against Trevor Baptiste, so Saskatchewan will control as we head toward the 2-minute mark left here in this first quarter. This game's been as advertised so far between two division leaders, a tremendous one so far, 3-2, Wings with the early lead, but Saskatchewan is able to tie it up. Ryan Keenan with his second off a nice juke move, puts it into the corner, it's 3-3.
Talk about slick stick work. Wow, look at the face dodges and just the overall movement of Keenan as he comes through. All left-handed, rolling through, keeping his stick active, face dodge, right to left, comes in, fake, 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 finishes hard, reaches around, and pushes that far corner. What a beautiful goal by Keenan.
Ryan Keenan off to a good start in this contest so far. 4 points from 200 getting into the game tonight, so he's getting closer.
10 goals on the season. That's actually his 11th and 12th now that he's got 2, but quite impressive with those goals.
This ball is going to go all the way back to Zach Higgins off the faceoff, and the Wings will control there. Almost threw it out of the rink, but Kevin Crowley is able to pull it in. They'll slow things down.
Ryan Keenan, unassisted.
Matt Rambo is going to bring it back around up top. Fires the shot. Save made. Rebound is loose. Poked at by Buchanan, but Kirk able to smother it. And Saskatchewan's going to head the other way.
That's been one of Rambo's successful moves, coming across the top and letting it go on the run. Kirk with the big save.
Matthews' shot was deflected up out of play. Saskatchewan will restart. Rush working around. Skip pass near side for Matthews. Matthews looking, now he'll get to the front of the nets, and he scores somehow. Mark Matthews able to get that through as he came across the top of the crease. It's 4-3 Saskatchewan.
As big and strong as he is, he really has no fear going in the middle. You look at the little face dodge, always keeping it to that strong left-hand side. Gets it to his right and then comes back to that left. Fake, fake finish. Not even a fake, actually just buries it off the pipe in that upper left. What a beautiful goal by Mark Matthews.
Matthews, one of the alternate captains for this team. He has had 5 consecutive 100-point games here in the National Lacrosse League. One of just a couple of players to do that.
Saskatchewan Rush school goal scored by number 90.
So the back and forth continues here in this first quarter, and the Rush pull ahead by 1, but the Wings win the faceoff. And they'll look to tie things back up here prior to the break.
Yeah, Matthews is a guy that's going to get his points. He's something special to watch. He's a human highlight film. Go Google Mark Matthews in college, and you're going to see some incredible goals. That guy's something special.
Both Hickey and Crowley firing low in on Kirk, but he's able to keep it out with that big basket. Saskatchewan getting set up here as we are now at 30 seconds left in this first quarter. 16 to shoot. Wings could have one more opportunity here, as Saskatchewan will have to do something with the ball. Here's Matthews on the right side. Feeds it into traffic to Keenan in front, but he is shoved to the turf. Wings get that loose ball. 15 as they move up the floor, but we've got a whistle. And a timeout called by the Wings.
Great defense by Philadelphia. Paul Day wants to set it up, but it looked like a transition play. Boy, had Wagner right across midfield looking for a one-on-one, but just great defense by Philadelphia. Keenan's been the hot hand, but look at the swarming D. What great defense right there.
And I have a feeling the timeout was called as soon as Pace picked that up. And as a result, the Wings will get a chance to set it up. Watch all the action from around the National Lacrosse League this season on BR Live. Choose an annual, monthly, or per-game pass. For more information, visit NLL.com/BR Live. Wings leading the league in several categories on the offensive side of things. Again, a big difference from last year, Scott.
No doubt. Look at that. Number one across the board. Goal, assist, points, goals against, goal differential. Again, 8.8 goals against average. That is Zach Higgins for you folks. And again, the offense is just clicking. So quite impressive right now for the Philadelphia Wings. Doing well at home. Calling a timeout. Here's what Paul Day wants to do. Tracy Kaliski pulling Higgins. Now it's a 6-on-5 with 14.5 left. Look for some picks and screens to see if we can get one of the lower players to come up for a shot off the screen.
Crowley's going to get things started. He'll let some time tick off, and now they'll get going. Here is Hickey. Off to the left side, a shot by Matisse. Stop, rebound loose. And now the horn. Wings trying to work it back out in front. Couldn't quite do it in time. And so we head to the break with Saskatchewan enjoying a 4-3 lead. A great start to this one here in Philadelphia tonight. Wings and the Rush, two of the league's top teams here at the midpoint of the NLL season. We've got a lot more ahead for you here from the Wells Fargo Center tonight on NBC Sports Philadelphia. Wings 4-3 as we get set to start the second quarter here at the Wells Fargo Center. Hey, Wings fans, the Wings are back home in 2 weeks when they battle the division rival New England Black Wolves. It's Saturday, March the 7th. Coverage begins at 1 o'clock over on NBC Sports Philadelphia Plus and on NBCSportsPhiladelphia.com. Well, Ryan Keenan came into this game needing 4 points to get to 200. He's got 3 of them already.
And this is a third-year veteran right here, really a rook in this league, and is doing so well. A couple big goals, doing great. The Quinnipiac University player, young, 25, great goal so far by Ryan Keenan.
Terrific back and forth first quarter here. The shots fairly even, 16-14. Saskatchewan with the advantage there. And we are underway as Thompson able to win that draw away from Trevor Baptiste to start quarter number 2.
I did want to give some credit to Jeremy Thompson. He's a very good face-off man. This is a good battle at the dot in the middle of the floor. Jeremy Thompson, very quick with the hands, good ground ball guy, and he beats Baptiste right there.
Rush working around. McIntosh get past, they score. A bounce shot just eluded Zach Higgins, and Shatler is able to put it home. It's a 2-goal lead for Saskatchewan.
Let's take a look at Jeff Shatler all the way on the other side of the floor. What a pass by McIntosh. Down low all the way across. Shatler just a little quick stick. Matisse was right on him, wasn't even aware that pass was going all the way across the floor. Great catch, release, goal by Shatler.
7th of the year for Jeff Shatler, who hit 500 career assists last week. This is his 15th season in the National Lacrosse League.
That's a crafty vet right there. Great career. Champion player, few rings on his hand. Great goal by Shatler.
Baptiste dug that ball out, but was judged to have done so illegally. So Saskatchewan is awarded possession, and they'll get set up. Worked around to the right side. Now tried to dish it back out in front for Matthews, but that was blocked. It's loose at feet. And there is a battle ensuing to the left of the Wings net. Finally pulled out of there by Ryan Wagner. Well, we've got a whistle and a penalty coming up here against Philadelphia for something that happened in that scrum afterwards. Ian Lord is not happy.
Ian Lord was covering up that ground ball in the corner, battling for it. Ryan Wagner picked it up, and as they were clearing the crease from behind.
And there it is, Lord with a little whack at the legs of McIntosh, and that was spotted by the far side official.
Little love tap right there. McIntosh, one of the toughest guys in this league, takes a little bit of a dive. One thing about lacrosse players, they know how to take those slashes to the shins, to the calves, anywhere, and keep going.
Number 29, Ian Lord.
So a power play opportunity for Saskatchewan. His first shot is whistled wide. It will bounce out of play, and that will give the Wings possession. Saskatchewan power play 46.2% on the year, 7th in the NLL. The Wings penalty kill has been terrific this year, Scott.
Yes, it has. Number 2 in the league. Just moved well. They've had a few shorthanded goals as well, so when they get the ball on offense, they have produced by putting a goal on the board.
They have 4 shorthanded goals this season for the Wings. They did not get one on that particular possession. And Jeremy Thompson will dish it off, leave on the change. Saskatchewan's going to get set up here as we approach a minute left to go in the penalty.
One guy we haven't heard from yet is Robert Church, number 17. He's a guy that has not been kept quiet very often in this league. Look for him to put the ball in the net.
Matthews dishing it off, and the shot was stopped by Higgins. He couldn't quite pull the rebound in, but it's kicked to safety in front of the Saskatchewan bench. 46 seconds left to go on the power play for the Rush. Church on the left wing, playing catch up top. Matthews works it to the right side. In front for Church, he scores.
Well, that didn't take long to talk about Robert Church, another Drexel alumni. Big Ben McIntosh and Robert Church, part of that CAA championship Drexel team back in 14. Quite impressive. Look at Church just setting up in the middle, trying to find some space. Almost misses that shot. Pushes it right over the shoulder of Higgins. Here we go.
There's a little bad luck here because Liam Burns gets a piece of this.
Yes, he does. Looked like Higgins was all over it if it was a direct shot. Unfortunately, Burns redirected the shot, and it just went over Higgins' shoulder.
Everybody doing exactly what they're supposed to do there on Philadelphia's side of things, but that's just the way the ball bounces sometimes. And so Saskatchewan opens up a 3-goal lead, 6-3 our score early here in the second quarter. Church had been quiet, Scott, you talked about that, but perhaps that's what he needs to get going.
He's been dangerous on the power play, and he proved it right there, scoring his first goal of the game.
Saskatchewan heads up the floor off a save by Kirk. And now McIntosh finds an opening, fires and scores. Too much space for Ben McIntosh to work with there, and he picks that top right corner. It's 7-3.
Well, we talked about what a great shooter Ben McIntosh is. Look at this. He's got his in traffic coming off a double pick, and he just gets it over Higgins' shoulder. He's going for that 90-degree corner, just hits the top of it, but it still buries it, bar down, upper right.
Ryan Wagner lost his stick to that pick, and you saw him just try to throw the arms up and get something in front of that. And I was looking downstairs, I thought this might happen. Paul Day is going to change goaltenders. Again, trying to stop the momentum, but more than anything that Higgins did. We've seen this before when things are getting crazy one way or the other and we're not near a timeout window. They'll do this just to slow things down. So Brandon Miller's going to see just his second action of the year.
Well, you've got 5 unanswered goals. The Saskatchewan scores. They got to pull Higgins. Brandon Miller, you're talking about a journeyman right there, 15 years in this league, 40-year-old goaltender, a legend in his own right. Coach Paul Day often says it's like having a coach on the floor when you've got Brandon Miller between the pipes. So let's see if they can be a little fresh start for Philadelphia to make some saves here.
He actually was a coach last year for the Toronto Rock and then came out of retirement to serve as a veteran backup for the Wings this year. He played in the first game at Georgia briefly, but this is his first action on the floor of the Wells Fargo Center with the Wings. Thompson will dish it off, and Saskatchewan will get set up on the offensive side. Walking in, a shot stopped by Miller. As he turns aside Matthews, Wings coming the other way. It's Ryan Wagner with some speed up the floor. Wagner looking, holding, and now they'll just work it back out to midfield. Charbonneau will dish it off, and Matt Rambo will take it back in as they'll complete the offensive change. Rambo coming around to pick. It's a man off the bench. A shot blocked down and held by Kirk, and that was Brett Hickey with the opportunity. Saskatchewan quickly the other way. Here's Church, feeds it out in front, dished. Oh, they tried to go back to Church, and they just couldn't quite complete the pass. Some excellent ball movement there from the Rush, with the Wings now fighting for it deep in their end. They'll pick it up and come the other way.
Good confidence builder for Miller, having some stellar defense in front of him right there. Makes his first save on his first shot, and good defense second time down.
Wings working around, dish in front for Crowley. Gets the shot away, but it's stopped by Kirk. So far, Kirk has been pretty solid for this Saskatchewan Rush team, as they will look to add to their lead. A pass is off the mark behind the Wings net. Some great defense played there by Trevor Baptiste. He's got the loose ball, and he's headed up the floor. Here's Baptiste, fires a shot. That one whistled just wide of the net, goes out of play, and we've got a timeout on the floor with 9:42 left in our second quarter. 7-3 Rush.
Welcome back to the Wells Fargo Center, where the Saskatchewan Rush lead the Philadelphia Wings 7-3. I'm joined now by Rush head coach Derek Keenan. Coach, when I was talking to Ben McIntosh earlier today, he told me a key for you guys in this game was to break Wings goaltender Zach Higgins. Would you say you guys are doing that?
Yeah, I think that we had a little bit of realization there 4 or 5 games into the season that on offense in particular, we need to battle harder, play tougher, play more physical, batter for space. You know, we're an interior team, and I think we're doing a good job of that today. I love our tempo from the back end as well. Want to continue to push that. Long way to go here, though. We've done a good job defensively, I think, getting in their way and getting in shooting lanes. So far, so good, but like I said, a long way to go.
Thanks, Coach. Brian?
Devin, thank you very much. The Saskatchewan Rush with a couple of local products here. Church is one of them. McIntosh another.
Well, you hear Coach Keenan talk about his game plan. Well, Saskatchewan is executing it to a T right now. They're playing very aggressive on offense, on defense, making things happen. They got to Higgins, and the Wings have already made a goalie change. So the Wings need to get a little bit more confidence on defense and start putting the ball in the back of the net on offense.
Wings on the attack, a shot stopped by Kirk, and the rebound is controlled. Here comes Thompson the other way quickly for Saskatchewan, but he's the only one there, as the Wings do a great job of making a quick change to get back and snuff that out. Brandon Miller stays in net for Philadelphia. When he played in that Georgia game, he only played just over a minute, as the shot whistles just wide by McIntosh. Rebound comes out to Keenan on the far side. Now McIntosh behind the net. McIntosh looking for a lane, doesn't find one. Shot clock expires. Good effort there by the Wings defense to slow down Saskatchewan. They'll take over.
Yep, good defense. Anytime you can get that shot clock buzzing, it's good defense.
Here is Buchanan. Cycles it around far side. Here's a shot, save made off the stick of Brett Hickey. Loose ball bounces back to Hickey. Wings get set up with a fresh shot clock. Buchanan works it back off. Now here's Crowley. Crowley back to Courier in front. Save made by Kirk. Right on the doorstep. Another great save. And Saskatchewan now with possession, looking to expand this lead. We were back and forth throughout most of the first 15, 16 minutes of this game, but the Rush have had a great second quarter. Now here's a tip away and a loose ball. Opportunity for Joachim. He couldn't quite catch it cleanly, but the Wings will pick it up. And here's Steph Charbonneau on the right side. Going to see what he's got available. Tried to feed a skip pass, and we've got a violation that's going to give the Wings the ball back. Saskatchewan player was in his crease when he touched that ball.
Yep, in and out of the crease, turnover, goes over to Philadelphia.
So the Wings will get set up with Matt Rambo on the right side. Rambo trying to find some space. Sets a pick. Pass was intended for Reardon, missed him. And the Wings run off the floor trying to get that D out again and again quell this transition game for Saskatchewan. They're able to slow things down there, but the Rush now will get set up. Here's McIntosh on the left wing. They move it around. Nice pick by Schattler. He gets the pass back. Shot away. Save made by Higgins.
Big save there. Let's go.
As Schattler tried to go low, and we've got some pushing and shoving behind the play. Murphy in there for Saskatchewan. Derek Schul for Philadelphia.
Great save by Miller. Incredible pass by Matthews right in front, but a better save by Miller. Building confidence every time Saskatchewan gets the ball. Miller making some big saves. Let's see if he can make another one right here.
Yeah, turnover, and now the rush with a chance the other way. Off the bench, pass out in front. Save made by Miller again. Ball is loose. Charbonneau will pick it up.
Miller directing traffic. Let's watch it right in front. Great check by Rambo coming in as well. Good defense by Philadelphia.
This is the 18th professional season for Brandon Miller. Pass just out of the reach of Matisse, and possession coming the other way now as Thompson will bring it down the floor. Thompson has some reinforcements this time. He'll shoot. Missed it. Long rebound out toward midfield. There's a battle along the near boards next to the penalty box. Wagner tries it free and gets it off to Ian Lord. Now back to Wagner.
Philly's playing with a little bit of urgency here. I like the pace of play now they have.
Buchanan off far side. A shot by Matisse was partially blocked, and it's picked up by Kirk in his crease. He'll move it out. No scoring here in the last few minutes after Saskatchewan scored 4 in a row to pull it away here. 7-3 is the score at the moment. A lot of time left in this contest. There's a great deflection, and coming the other way are the Wings. It's Charbonneau. He's got a step, moves in and scores! Steph Charbonneau with a terrific interception and a goal in transition. 7-4 run.
What a fantastic individual effort by Charbonneau. He anticipates the pass, knocks it down, picks it up one time, feeling pressure behind him, takes his time, sets him up, and buries it on the one-on-one breakaway. Steph Sharp, look at this, real time, just puts on the Jets, nobody behind me, I'm gonna fake a little bit, and he buries it up the right corner. Steph Charbonneau, transition player, great goal.
Third of the year for Charbonneau, but he's valuable for so much to this Wings team.
Wings goal scored by number 18.
And he's able to quell the momentum here for a moment. We'll see what the Wings can do when we come back. They're down 7-4.
Steph Charbonneau unassisted.
Next weekend, the NLL Game of the Week moves to Buffalo as Josh Byrne and the Bandits welcome Stephen Keogh and the Thunderbirds to the KeyBank Center. Catch all the action on BR Live, Twitter, and Facebook starting at 7 p.m. Well, right now, Scott, the Wings have their hands full with the goaltender for Saskatchewan, Evan Kirk.
Well, we started the open by saying a key is to try to get to Kirk early. Well, Kirk has shut the door on the Wings. He's making great saves. The Wings are trying to get their outside shots, but Kirk's been all over them, picking them off his shoulders from outside and inside. Playing great. The 9-year veteran, solid between the pipes.
Goaltender of the year in the National Lacrosse League in 2016. And Paul Day actually has him in the summers in Peterborough. Knows a little bit about him, but it hasn't paid off as of yet.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great comment right there. That's a guy that was the goalie of the year in the National Lacrosse League just several years ago. This guy is one of the best in the league.
Saskatchewan able to regain possession off a shot that whistled off the end boards and back out in front. They get a fresh shot clock because the Wings briefly had possession. So here's McIntosh working on the left side. Nice stick check by Charbonneau to dispossess McIntosh. He gets it back, but that was trouble that McIntosh got around Charbonneau. On the right side now, here's Matthews coming to the net, bounces it wide. It comes out in front, a shot save made by Miller. Rebound controlled by the Rush.
That is a big save right there. Church almost had an empty net. Little fake. Thought he had a finish, but Miller just got his left elbow up to make a spectacular save.
Here's Church looking around, feeds it out in front. Another stop by Miller. Wings coming the other way quickly at Charbonneau. Feeds a man out in front. Wide rebound. Score! Steph Charbonneau finds the rebound and puts it home. And the Wings chipping away at this lead here in the second quarter.
When you're down, you always say, one at a time, boys, one at a time, and the Philadelphia Wings are getting one at a time. They got their first, here's their second off the rebound. Crowley with the dive, and then who's got the cleanup? Steph Charbonneau for his second in a row. Way to go, Charbonneau!
Great effort by Crowley to get the initial bid off, and then Charbonneau in the perfect spot for that rebound. And Trevor Baptiste will dig one free, and the Wings are going to get another shot here right away. As time's ticking down here in this second quarter, Wings within 2 now, 7-5. Another bid on net stopped.
I say it a lot, good defense leads to good offense, and that started with Brandon Miller with the save on the defensive end.
Assisted by number 2, Eric Scholl.
Saskatchewan getting set up as they'll get the rest of the offense out on the floor. McIntosh on the left side. Looking for a lane. Fires and scores. He finds that corner again. Then McIntosh. Pinpoint accuracy. It's 8-5.
One of the most dangerous snipers in this game. Again, it's almost a replay of what his last goal was. Look at that upper right-hand corner, 90 degrees, just pastes it. Beautiful time room. Watch this ball untouched, just sticks the 90-degree corner. What a goal. Big Ben McIntosh. He's already got the hat trick tonight.
That's got to be harder than he makes it look, right?
Yes, it is very hard.
Because that's like a ball-sized hole
yes.
that ball goes through, and that's the second time he's done it tonight.
The accuracy, the talent that he has. Some of these players, these are the best lacrosse players in the world, and you're seeing that. Your average person can't do that regularly. Ben McIntosh can.
Wings win another face-off, and they will try to get this goal back as Buchanan has it on the right side. Under 3 to play here in the second quarter. Skip pass out of the reach of Rambo. And it comes right to Saskatchewan. They're coming the other way quickly. They'll slow it down now and get the offense out as Ryan Dilks. Well, now he's thinking about staying out there for a while. It's a play off to the right side. And now Dilks will head to the bench. They'll complete the setup for the rush. Here's McIntosh again on the left side. McIntosh looking, trying to roll off a man. Gets one in on Miller, and he's able to make a heads-up stop. Not a whole lot of telegraphing on that shot as Buchanan's got it now at center.
McIntosh is feeling it, though. He's taking his shot. Miller eats that one up.
Here's Blaze Reardon on the right side. Laid it off for Brett Hickey, who picked it up after the ball initially was deflected downward. Rambo now on the near side, dispossessed, and it's going to roll into the possession of Evan Kirk.
Great defense by Saskatchewan. Little wrap check, playing tough all over the defensive end.
Minute and a half left in this second quarter. Rush with the 8-5 lead, looking to add to it as Matthews works it up high. To the near side, a shot, save made. Kick saved by Brandon Miller. Saskatchewan gets it back though. And a fresh 30. Wagner almost able to knock it out of the stick of Robert Church. The Church holds on, got it over to Shatler. Shot was blocked. Shatler picks it back up with 10 to shoot. Here's another bid. That one was blocked. Wagner trying to get to it, knocked to the turf. Fans wanted a call, they're not going to get it, but the shot clock finally goes off, and so the whistle blows. Clock will stop momentarily while the Wings get to the ball. 30 on the clock, 42 on the game clock. Bounce shot in on Kirk is stopped. Loose ball along the near side corner. Battled for with 4 Saskatchewan players in there trying to get it away from Blaze Reardon right now. Finally, one of them is successful. It's Messenger. And we've got a whistle and a timeout called by Saskatchewan, so they're going to try to work something up here for a final possession with 25 seconds left to go in this second quarter. Coming up on NLL at the half, Devin Caney sat down with Logan Schush to learn more about a special relationship with his #1 fan. We'll tell you who that is, highlights and analysis of the first half, and a look around the league, all coming up at the half.
Coach Derek Keenan calls a timeout with 25 seconds to go. Ian Rubles getting the Wings defense ready for it, looking for being ready and looking for a 6-on-5 situation. Kirk's going to go to the bench. Saskatchewan's dangerous with 5 on it. Even worse, even more dangerous 6.
Ben McIntosh had 142 points in a career at Drexel, and he's been very, very valuable to the Saskatchewan team this year.
He's been hot. Look at just some of these goals. He's got a hat trick already tonight. None prettier than his third right there. Picks that corner. Great shooting so far by Big Ben McIntosh. Drexel product. Chopper trying to get the Philly faithful fired up.
So Saskatchewan is going to take possession at midfield. 25 on the game clock. So the shot clock is not relevant. Matthews is going to kill some time off before the Rush start this final possession.
Saskatchewan's heavy on the right side with 3 righties, 2 lefties, and Matthews at the quarterback position up top.
7 seconds now on the clock. They'll start the move. Here's Church. Works it to the right side. They'll cross in front. Shot save made by Miller. Loose ball picked up as the horn sounds.
First half of this game.
So Miller able to come in and provide a little bit of relief for the Wings. He stands tall, just 1 goal out, and that one goes right off his forehead. But that gets it done. And the Wings able to go to the locker room. Still down just 3. It is 8-5. The venerable veteran coming in at the right time.
We don't care how you save it, just save it. Way to use your head, Brandon Miller.
It doesn't hurt anyway when you got something like that on you there. It's a great half for Stefan Charbonneau, and he's downstairs with our Devin Caney.
Steph, you just scored 2 goals in a row. That first breakaway goal looked like you had enough. What was going through your mind in that goal?
Just small mistakes defensively that we know we can be better than. And, we just needed to bear down, have a good deep shift, and got lucky enough to snag the ball and just run down, pick a spot.
Take me into the locker room at half. What adjustments do you guys have to make?
Just getting back to our systems. We're getting dragged out a little bit. We're getting away from our systems and not communicating as well as we should be, as well as we have all season. So just getting back to that, playing our game and our systems and having a better second half.
All right, thanks. Ryan?
Thank you very much, Devin. The Wings have done it before this year, adjusting at halftime to come back and erase some deficits. We'll see if they can't get that done tonight. We've got a lot coming up for you here at halftime from the Wells Fargo Center. Highlights, analysis, and more. Saskatchewan with the 8-5 lead over the Philadelphia Wings here on NBC Sports Philadelphia. Halftime here at the Wells Fargo Center. Philadelphia Wings and the Saskatchewan Rush. Well, it's safe to say that the Vancouver Warriors' Logan Schush has a lot of fans around the National Lacrosse League, but perhaps none quite as loyal as one fan in particular, his grandmother, or as he is dubbed her on social media, Granny Beast. Devin Caney sat down with Logan to learn more about his #1 fan.
You're supposed to say go. That's how am I supposed to do it when you
go?
I forget the words. Happy play. What's the word?
Happy day, Lax.
Oh,
Happy play, Lax Day.
Happy play. Happy day, Lax Day.
It's Happy Play, Lax Day.
When it comes to researching and prepping for these interviews, I always kind of find one thing that I associate with the player, and with you, Granny. That's some premium content.
Yeah, it's easy with her. It's I think she's turning 87 this year, so she's old, but she's young at heart.
You've got me all confused. Happy play, Lax Day.
She's whenever I post pictures with her, or whenever I'm with her, she's always got to have her hair done and makeup done, and her outfits match everything. She's got all gold bracelets and earrings and rings, and she's always looking fabulous.
I'm a creme brulee beast.
Sometimes I have to butter her up with a sushi date every now and then to get some pictures or some content, but she's always says like, oh, I don't want any pictures, and then she'll be like posing and kind of looking all cute.
Fingers hurt.
Yeah? Well, now your back's gonna hurt because you just pulled landscaping duty.
I spend a lot of time with her, and you know, I talk to her all the time on the phone, and she only lives, you know, basically a couple minutes down the street from where my family grew up, so it's very nice to have her around, and she's one of my, you know, biggest supporters. And I can remember back when I was little, her and my grandpa would have to take me to one of my games with my parents about my brother's games, and you know, I can always count to see her up in the stand, so it's very nice.
So does she go to your games?
Every game. She's at every game, or even when we have away games, my mom always puts on like a big spread and has all the family, like 10, 12 people over. It's very funny because I always see pictures of if the game's tight or if it's getting down to like the very end of the game. She's got a blanket over her face, like kind of hiding because she can't. She's like nervous, and she's just super funny.
Oh, well, she provides great content.
Yeah, she loves the camera. She's always game for a little camera time.
That's our Devin Caney catching up with the Vancouver Warriors' Logan Shush and his grandmother, Granny Beast. We'll have first half stats and highlights in just a few minutes when we come back. Your Wings in the Saskatchewan Rush here on NBC Sports Philadelphia. Welcome back to the Wells Fargo Center. The Saskatchewan Rush have an 8-5 lead over the Philadelphia Wings at halftime of our contest here tonight. It has been a tremendous one so far here tonight, Scott, as we expected. And also, as we expected, Ben McIntosh has been a dangerous threat to the Wings tonight. He's got 5 points in this first half.
Yes, he has. As advertised, Big Ben McIntosh, the Drexel University product. Incredible night so far. We talked about his accuracy. There's one of his assists. And then he just starts picking corners, one nicer than the other. Every time got a number 90. Look at this, just sets himself up and then just buries 90-degree corner. Ben McIntosh has been tremendous for the
Wings have shown all kinds of fight, though, and Steph Charbonneau has really given them a shot in the arm.
Well, Charbonneu's the leading scorer right now for the Philadelphia Wings with 2 goals. Look at that one, fast break transition, anticipates that shot, and then cleans one up on the crease with a great goal for Steph Charbonneau to kind of break the rush a little bit.
And Brandon Miller came in to provide a little bit of relief when the Wings needed it. He has been fantastic.
He is the change that the Philadelphia Wings needed. He's seen 8 shots. He's made 7 saves. He's been quite impressive between the pipes. Paul Day wanted to make a change. He did it. And Miller did it any way he can. Look at the headshot even right there. Head save for Brandon Miller.
Halftime stats are presented by BetMGM. It was a very even first quarter. Rush started to pull away a little bit in the second.
Very even game. It's really coming down to saves. Look at the saves for the Rush. Kirk, let's talk about him. I mean, he has been a goalie of the year before. 23 saves on the night. He's the difference right now for the Saskatchewan Rush. He's playing great. One of the things we talked about for the Wings' keys was to break Kirk. Well, we haven't been able to do that.
Well, the Philadelphia Wings have done a very good job of making adjustments in the past, and hopefully they can do so again here in this one. It is just a little matter, I think, of trying to figure out what they need to adjust and doing it.
Absolutely. So now it's all offense right now. Big second half. That's why they play the game. Wings have been hot. Let's see if they can come through in the second half.
Around the National Lacrosse League here on this weekend, it was a big game last night in Halifax where the top 2 teams in that division squared off. Halifax pulled away with that win, and there's a lot of great action going on tonight.
Look at that. He got the Black Wolves over Rochester. They're at halftime, and a great one right there where Calgary is up by 1 over the Swarm at the half.
Wings fans will be rooting for Calgary in that one, as Georgia is right behind Philadelphia in the East Division standings, has a couple of wins. Wings trying to regain their mojo here at home. They've got a little bit of work to do against the Saskatchewan Rush team, but it's well within reach here at halftime. The NLL on BR Live and NBC Sports Philadelphia is brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Visit geico.com to see how much you could save. 8-5 Saskatchewan with the lead over the Wings here at halftime. Second half action is just ahead. For our mic'd up segment this week, we're going back in time about 23 years and a voice that you might recognize in our mic'd up sequence tonight.
What do you say, boys? What do you say? Here we go, guys. Time to get this train back on the tracks, guys. Time to kick some tonight. All we're going to do tonight is win. Win on 3. 1, 2, 3. Win. All right, all right. Make it happening. Opening face-off. Let's have the fire.
Do it the same way. Do it the same way all night. Go side to side. Don't clamp. Don't go forward. Get it out to the side. Come in together. Set.
He's just trying to clamp, man. Just keep coming up like that.
He's grabbing stick now.
Yeah.
So your best bet is you grab stick up, drop your bottom out, put your into him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, all right. I sharpened up my butt end. I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it. Hard low at this point. Great look. Oh, come on! That was textbook, man. That was textbook. It was, man. That was textbook. That's what they write about, man. Timmy, that was textbook, man. Stick down, face up.
You remember it like it was yesterday, Scott, across the street at the old Spectrum. Valentine's Day of 1997, 23 years ago last week.
That is so funny. I saw that blown up on the internet. I can't believe you guys did that today. That's so great. Todd Francis said I sharpen up my butt end for you.
Well, we start every broadcast like that up here in the booth. We get everybody going, but yeah, I mean, you know, when you look at that game, a lot of games have changed from years to years to years. I mean, ice hockey is so much different than in 1997. That game looks a lot like the same kind of lacrosse we see today.
Absolutely. It really is the same. It's great. You know, I'm very proud to have played this game and to worn the jersey of the Philadelphia Wings. These guys are doing the same. They stand on the shoulders of those that played before them and won championships. I'd rather wear the shorts than the spandex, but you know, these guys are looking fresh and playing well.
The height of fashion from Valentine's Day of 1997. Tonight here at the Wells Fargo Center, the Saskatchewan Rush have gotten the offense from their usual suspects. The Wings are still waiting for their usual suspects to chip in here, Scott, and that could be a key to this second half.
No question. Charbonneau, a transition player with 2 goals. Crowley's got assists, and everybody else just has a goal. So we need some offensive firepower coming out of the Philadelphia Wings front door right now.
Trevor Baptiste and Jeremy Thompson move in, and the Wings are going to get this one on a violation. So Philadelphia will start off the second half with possession, down by 3, 8-5. Last week against Halifax, Saskatchewan had a 12-3 lead in the third quarter, and that game went to overtime, tied at 15 before the Rush were able to put it away. There's no doubt the Wings are aware of that, but a nice defensive play here results in a change in possession, and the Rush quickly going the other way with a shot and a save made. And the rebound controlled by Philadelphia. They've got to step if they hurry. It's Wagner moving in. Ran into some defense, pulls up, and now they'll pull it back out towards center. Liam Patton will leave it off for Brett Hickey.
Smart play by Wagner to turn it out, but Miller sees his first shot and makes a save.
Wings trying to perhaps change a few things up against this Saskatchewan team, which plays differently than a lot of teams I think they've seen this year. As the shot clock expires, Wings were not able to get one on goal quick enough.
Yeah, Saskatchewan's dangerous all over the floor, from defense to offense, transition. Everyone can score. They really push the ball. Great sticks all around.
Keenan works at the church, and now off to the left side, McIntosh. Fronted by Nick Finley. Tried to skip one out in front. That was out of the reach of Keenan, the intended recipient, but he's going to get to this loose ball with 5 to shoot. Keenan Feeds one out that's intercepted right in midair. Here comes Finley the other way. Nice play by Nick Finley to just catch that pass, almost backhanded.
I'm sure if there was a camera in the locker room, there are a few beeps in there, bleeps, that's for sure, because the Wings are coming out, playing harder, playing faster, a little bit more crisp in their passes. So we got a ball game only down by 3.
Yeah, the New York Riptide game here a few weeks ago comes to mind, where the Wings were a different team in the second half. See if they can't pull off a similar transition here tonight. A ball bounces out of the stick of the Saskatchewan offense, and Miller's going to try to feed Patton ahead. Patton gets to the ball, gets the shot away. Save made by Kirk. Excellent heads-up play there by Brandon Miller to get that ball ahead for Patton. Wings just can't quite finish it off.
Yeah, wow, what a precision pass. Just lobbing it over there. Great attempt.
Oh, Matthews behind the back, and a save made by Miller. What a pretty play there by the Rush, but Miller up to the task. Here's Brett Hickey. Low shot turned away by Kirk. Rebound goes behind the net. Matisse is there trying to chop it free, but it's going to be the Rush that come away with it. Just about 3 minutes gone here in this third quarter. Wings trying to work on a 3-goal deficit. Skipped off to the left side. McIntosh looking for a lane. Shoots, save made by Miller. Wagner picks up that rebound, and here he comes up the floor. Waiting for some reinforcements as the defense comes out for Saskatchewan. Here's Courier. Thought about the shot, now holds. Off to the right side for Blaze Reardon. Back to Courier. Courier looking for a lane. Swims it out in front. Fed a pass back that'll be picked up by Crowley. Here's the big cat coming out in front. Shot save made. Rebound is loose in front. But it's picked up by Saskatchewan as it never quite got out of the crease.
Nice move by Crowley. Look at this inside roll. Comes across. Tries to get 5-hole, but Kirk closes it up. Bodies flying everywhere.
Here's a shot, saved by Miller, but it rolls over and scores. Miller again getting almost all of that one, much like one of the Saskatchewan goals on Higgins in the first half. But just some bad luck for Philadelphia as it rolls over the line.
Looks like he had the shot. Keenan just coming up, lets it fly. Hits Miller right in that left knee, but the spin of the ball just takes it over the goal line. Goal, Saskatchewan.
Might have bounced off the back of his foot too, not sure, but that's the 200th career point for Ryan Keenan, and he gets the hat trick on that goal. It's 9-5 Rush.
Ryan Keenan, assisted by number 24, Ryan Niltz, and number
200 career points in a 3-year player. That's quite
Rush,
prolific scoring for that young man. Great goal.
Ryan Diltz, and number 42, Mark Matthews.
Saskatchewan gains possession off a face-off violation. And they will get set up on this near side. Robinson fed it far side for McIntosh to stop. Shot is stopped by Miller, and we've got a penalty behind the play. Are they going to take them both?
Yeah, looks like both of them are going to go.
So Eric Schul getting into it. That is Austin Murphy for the Rush.
Schul had the initial check.
2 minutes, roughing. Saskatchewan penalty, 2 minutes.
And then Murphy came up under the chin of Schul. They're both in for 2 minutes.
So we'll play 5-on-5. Wings controlling. Kevin Crowley tries to get some stuff going for Philadelphia. Rambo with a shot that got through, but it went wide. As Kirk looked behind him, he knew he didn't have that secured, but the Wings don't get the luck that Saskatchewan's gotten so far in this game.
Let's keep in mind, folks, that this is a championship caliber team. This is a team that has won 3 championships in the last 4 years, and there's another goal right there. This Saskatchewan team won the championship in 15, 16, and 18. and they still have a lot of the same guys. Schattler's one of them. Watch Matthews, a little flip to the side. Shattler right there, little quick stick. Does he keep his toes outside of the line? Looks like it. Look at the pass, little flip right on the head of his stick. Shot, goal.
Just tremendous vision, too, for Matthews to see that lane there as Shattler gets his second of the game. So the lead is now 5 for Saskatchewan, 10-5.
Saskatchewan Rush goal scored by number 77, Jeff Shattler.
But again, Halifax was able to erase a bigger deficit than this. About the same point in the game last week. So the Wings now looking for an opportunity to turn things on, but they are going to have to win the ball back as the Rush win that faceoff.
Jeremy Thompson creating that 50-50 ball, and Saskatchewan got it.
Delayed penalty coming up against Philadelphia. Goalies to the bench, extra attacker is on. On the near side, Keenan works it up high, shot stopped by Miller. And we get the whistle and the penalties called. So when we come back in just a moment, we will have a Saskatchewan power play. They've got the lead 10-5 in this third quarter over the Wings. 10-5 our score. The Rush leading the Philadelphia Wings here in the third quarter at the Wells Fargo Center. Also here at the Wells Fargo Center tomorrow at 1, don't miss the Flyers Wives Carnival. It's been bringing the Flyers family and the community together for 43 years. A day of fun, games, and most importantly, goodwill for good causes. The fun starts tomorrow. 1 o'clock coverage right here on NBC Sports Philadelphia Plus, and the carnival will be going on all day long here at the Wells Fargo Center. So come on out and check things out here for a great day, or follow it on NBC Sports Philadelphia Plus. Power play here for the Saskatchewan Rush. Matthews fires, and a kick save made by Miller. Holding the stick is the call on Kyle Matisse. Matthews flips one off. Church is stood up, and the Wings pick that up. They drop it, but they get it back. Here's Charbonneau looking for a third. Charbonneau will just roll off, and the Wings will kill some clock time.
Good penalty kill right there for Philadelphia.
Crowley going to back off to the wall. We've got a whistle, and an off-ball push is going to give the ball back to the Saskatchewan Rush.
A little too aggressive by Brett Hickey with that pick, moving pick. Might have been able to do that 20, 30 years ago, but not today.
Here's Matthews near side for Keenan. Keenan played a pass off to the far side where Church looked before he caught it, but he'll get the loose ball back. Keenan fires, blocked. Liam Patton getting a stick on that, and it'll roll to Miller, who will pick it up and dish it off to the right side. 45 seconds left on the holding the stick penalty to Kyle Matisse. He ripped the stick out of somebody's hands, laid it on the turf. Crowley, right side for Matt Rambo. Rambo looking for an outlet. Crowley fires, save made. Kirk getting a piece of that. Rebound to the far side and battled for there. It's still loose and finally pulled free, but the Wings getting right onto the Rush defenseman that picked that up. That was Rubish, and now some pushing and shoving after all that entailed. They'll finally clear that up. Saskatchewan will attack here with 6 seconds left on the power play. Here's Shattler on the near side. Matisse up and ready to go. Shattler skip pass. Matisse out of the box. Rejoins the play. Shattler on the right side. Behind the net. They're working for McIntosh. McIntosh looking. Trying to spin away from Liam Burns. One to shoot, and a great job by the Wings to quell that momentum. They'll take over.
Yes, great two-man defense right there between Miller and Liam Burns. Shut down McIntosh.
Kevin Crowley scores. Fires one over the shoulder, and he beats Kirk down low. Big goal here for the Wings to try to start and get things going. It's 10-6.
The big cat breaks the drought for Philadelphia. Great shot from outside. Look at Matisse, draws the attention down low. But Crowley lights that low and away shot, lower left hand shot under the glove of Kirk. See it, carries right in. Great shot by Kevin Crowley.
51 points on the year coming into the game for Crowley. He's got a goal and 2 assists now tonight, 18 goals on the year. He was second in the NLL in scoring headed into the weekend, the Big Cat.
Yep, number 2 in points in the entire league. Again, it was good to see Kevin Crowley getting on the scoreboard, get some momentum going Philadelphia's way.
Ball went out of play off the face-off battle, and it's judged to be Wings possession. So Wings with an opportunity to continue getting some momentum here. As here's Josh Courier. Skips it off for Matt Rambo, who runs into some defensive trouble. Now off to Hickey. Courier fires, scores! Wings can pick that top corner too. Josh Courier cuts into the lead.
Yes, they can. Great goal by Josh Courier. Just about to say he's been a little quiet, but he's waking up. Bang, look at that shot. Beats another shot under that left-hand corner. Great shot by Courier. 27 sets up, sees it. Bang. Off that left elbow. Great goal by Josh Courier.
13th of the year for Courier, his second point of the evening. And the Wings, again, trying to duplicate what Halifax was able to do last week with a big deficit. It's now 10-7, and it's going to be Wings ball again off a violation during the face-off battle. Kyle Matisse is in all sorts of trouble, but he was able to get away from Messenger, and now it's on the near side for Liam Patton, who gives it back to Matisse, and he'll leave on the change.
It's very rare to have blowouts in the National Lacrosse League where teams do not come back. Philadelphia is so talented, they never give up. Almost had another one right there.
A great look by Matisse to Courier, but he was defended well. Here's Matisse again. They're working around. Crowley fires just wide. Long rebound. Crowley has his stick knocked out of his hands. Now here comes Saskatchewan the other way. Bounce shot tipped over the glass by Miller.
Brandon Miller's feeling it. That's a big save on a breakaway.
Zach Higgins, so good for the Wings this season. Maybe not his night tonight. He let in 7 goals in the early going before Miller came in for his first extended action of the year, and Saskatchewan is able to score as Schattler gets another one, and it's now 11-7.
Schattler from his left-handed position comes up over a screen. Look at Matthews. Sees it, far side. Schattler just catches, shoots, release. Looks like Miller was coming to that left-hand pipe. Exposed that right-hand side, and Schattler found it. Look at the split by Miller. Schattler coming off the screen, gets Miller to go down and picks it high.
Third of the game for Schattler. He's got the hat trick. Played 11 years with Calgary before coming over to the next province, played for the Rush. Nice face-off win here by Trevor Baptiste through a whole lot of traffic. And he'll get it off to the captain, who will settle it down for Hickey onto the right side. Wings down 4, 11-7, 5:05 left in the third quarter. Matisse out for Rambo, a shot wide. And it ricochets out of play, and we've got a timeout on the floor. 11-7 is our score here at the Wells Fargo Center.
Fans, at this time, we'd like to honor a longtime resident of the Hustler Network, where he began his...
11-7 our score. The Saskatchewan Rush leading the Wings here in the third quarter. Hey, Philly Authentic fans, have you downloaded the My Teams app yet? Get stories, stats, exclusive video, and more right from your phone. Download now and always stay connected to your teams. Well, Scott, the Wings have been able to quiet some of the Rush tonight, but Jeff Schattler has been a thorn in their side.
Yes, he has. 77 from that left-hand side is starting to put some points on the board. The 14-year veteran knows how to get it done. This guy is a seasoned veteran. He's a guy that has championship caliber experience. He's a guy that's leading this team, and he's got 3 tonight.
Such an experienced team, this Rush squad. You mentioned, Scott, how they'd won 3 of the last 4 championships in the NLL and had a terrific run behind Derek Keenan, who is now in his 11th year as the head coach of this team. Came with it from Edmonton to Saskatoon. And the excellence has continued. Wings able to earn a turnover here. And here comes Wagner quickly the other way. Off the bench, shot, score! Transition goal for Blaze Reardon. Puts it down low on Kirk. It's 11-8.
Philadelphia answers with fast play. Play fast, boys. Look at the transition. Great break. Wagner finds Reardon coming out of that front door, goes 5-hole and scores. Blaze Reardon. Great transition, pushing it up. Great outlet pass. Wagner to Reardon. Reardon to the back of the net. Great goal, Philadelphia. Ball released outside of the crease. Foot didn't close, did not touch before the ball went into the net. Great goal for Philly.
And a face-off win for Baptiste will give the Wings the ball back again. A chance to close within 2. 4.5 left to go in this third quarter. Battle of 2 of the division leaders right now in the National Lacrosse League.
Assisted by number 94, Ryan Wagner.
Here's Kyle Matisse after that loose ball. He'll gobble it up and work it back to Kevin Crowley. Fire save made. Rebound came right back to Crowley, but he was defended from behind, couldn't catch it cleanly. Wings, though, are able to get back to it. Fresh 30 here for Philadelphia. Ball's on the floor, though. Crowley finally will just push it out to Matisse. On the near side, here's Courier. Ran into some problems, and Kirk is going to get a stick down on that loose ball.
Great hustle by Kerr to keep that alive behind the net.
So the Rush will get set back up again. Keenan working it over to the left side. Now back off for Matthews. They play catch with it. Shot, save made. Miller, rebound is loose. There was a wing there that didn't realize it was behind him. And now a battle ensues along the near side. Rush attacker is relieved of his stick. That was Keenan. Patton took care of him. And we have a scrum along the near boards that finally will be whistled dead. Eric Schul still drawing the ire of some of the Rush players. He's going to draw a penalty. Eric Schul will earn the Wings a power play as he got Schattler to react. Derek Keenan not happy.
2 minutes, roughing.
So roughing is the call, as we'll get a look at it here. There's the tap. There's the face wash. And that one was enough.
After a scrum like that, they let a lot of stuff go. And all of a sudden, Schattler gives him that face grab. He's in the box.
So the Wings with an opportunity here on the power play. Fired is Crowley. And that one was stopped by Kirk. Wings will get it back immediately. Crowley feeds it off to Rambo, back to Hickey, to Crowley again. Crowley to Rambo, it bounced off his stick. Reardon trying to pull it free, but he's double teamed. The Wings playing it safe, ready to get their defense out. So not a lot of help for Reardon right now. It pops free, and the Wings are going to have it. They got a 2-on-1. Hickey, save made. Rebound is loose and covered up by Kirk.
Great job by Reardon to keep that ball alive. Opportunistic, almost an opportunistic play. Kerr to Hickey. Kirk with a big save.
So we've got a minute now left to go on the power play for the Wings. The Rush trying to snuff things out. They've got 10 to shoot. Let's go downstairs to our Devin Caney.
Thanks, Brian. I was talking to Brett Hickey earlier today, and he's known to kind of lead timeouts and pump these guys up when they need it. And he did that in their game against New England when New England started creeping back in the fourth quarter, which appears to be what the Wings are doing in this game right now versus the Rush. And when I asked him why they felt like underdogs in this matchup, he said that they liked it and they fed off that energy. He said, keep doubting us and we'll keep proving people wrong, and they seem to be doing that as the score is creeping up to even out.
We'll see if the Wings can't get a little closer here on this power play. They tried to get one off before the shot clock expired, but couldn't quite do so. And now Saskatchewan will have the opportunity to hold possession for the rest of the man advantage.
I like it. It's a great comment Devin brings up. Coach Day really has great confidence in his team. This is a team-led Wings program. They are scouting by committee. They coach by committee. Every player has a voice. There's a lot of leaders on this team, and they motivate themselves.
Save made by Miller as McIntosh with the dive across the crease. And here come the Wings the other way quickly. It is Patton. They'll dish it off and they'll slow it down for Crowley. Yeah, the Wings picked Brett Hickey first overall in their expansion draft for a reason, and they really missed him last year when he went out with a season-ending injury in week 3. He's back in full force this year. It's a big shot by Currier off the mask of Kirk. He's able to get to that loose ball, and Rush will move it up the floor. Final seconds of this third quarter. Wings have closed the gap to 3. Saskatchewan trying to add to it. A nice save by Miller. Charbonneau with the rebound, and will get out of traffic to Jokum on the near side. Wings have an opportunity for a final possession in this third quarter. They'll get set up with an opportunity for the last shot. Net is empty. Extra attacker is on. They'll run it down a little bit. Crowley looking off for Hickey. To the right side. Here's Currier. Dishes in front. Shot. Save made by Kirk, and he's able to get on it before it rolls any closer to that goal line. Wings almost able to add to it there at the horn, but they will settle for the 3-goal deficit headed into quarter number 4. 15 minutes left here at the Wells Fargo Center. We'll see if the Wings can't complete the comeback. That fourth quarter is coming up next here on NBC Sports Philadelphia. And now for the play of the game presented by Geico. Tonight it goes to Steph Charbonneau.
Yes, it does. Courtesy of Steph Charbonneau. Anticipates a pass, intercepts it 101, and a goal. Steph Charbonneau on the breakaway. Individual effort. Sets it up, turns on the Jets, buries it home for a huge goal. And the play of the game, the Geico play of the game, goes to Steph Charbonneau.
Charbonneau really coming into his own here with the Wings. Brought in to provide a lot of, you would call it sandpaper to this lineup. And contribute offensively when he can, and has done so twice tonight. Wings with a big face-off win here to start the fourth quarter. They need 3 to tie. It's 11-8. First place in the East versus first place in the West with the Saskatchewan Rush here in town. Ryan Smith, Scott Gabrielson, Devin Caney, and our entire fantastic crew here on NBC Sports Philadelphia. Glad to have you along with us for this one tonight. We'll see if the Wings can close it out, but Saskatchewan forces a turnover, and they're coming the other way. A shot and a save made by Miller. He got a piece of that one.
Well, for Philadelphia, it's not how you start the game, it's how you finish the game. So here we go, folks. Fourth quarter. This is when the Wings can pull it out, try to tie it up, have a fantastic finish.
They'll get set up here as the Wings working around to the left side. Now back to Rambo on the right side. Rambo trying to get around the stick to his neck. Off to Reardon. Skip pass, shot, save made. Rebound, it's in! What an effort by Josh Currier. A huge goal to start this fourth quarter. It's 11-9.
Currier is dangerous all over the floor, whether he has the ball or not. He's in front of the net, so athletic. Look at the rebound, second chance effort, but who's there? Josh Currier to pick it up off the carpet. One time into the back of the net. Huge goal for Currier. Bring the Wings within 2.
Evan Kirk thought he had that rebound all to himself, but Currier just swooped it in and literally took it almost right out of his stick. And in one motion, took to the air and put it into the net.
Almost an easy shot or easy save for Kirk. Hits him right in the chest, but bounces off his chest, and who's there? Josh Currier.
And another huge face-off win for Trevor Baptiste. Wings can close it to 1. Here's Buchanan, fires, save made. Kirk able to gobble that one up. Saskatchewan trying to move in transition, but the Wings have done a good job of limiting those opportunities tonight for the Rush. Here's Keenan. Off to Church, and now on the near side for McIntosh. Puts it behind the net. Dunk attempt is snuffed out. Patton was there, but an over and back into the crease is going to give the ball back to Saskatchewan. And I think Patton knew that that was close to happening. He tried to avoid it.
Saved by committee. Looks like Patton almost snuck there, or saved that out of that corner.
Rush go to the net again. Paying the price for that down there, I think, was Keenan. And now here comes Philadelphia the other way. Some physical play next to the Wings net.
Let's look at this save as they're trying to dunk it from behind. He tries to dunk it. Miller's there and Patton's there just to take away that upper right-hand corner. Great save, Brandon Miller.
10 to shoot for Matt Rambo on the right side. Rambo gets around to pick, has some space, fires, save made. And the rebound to the corner as Kirk got a piece of that one. Evan Kirk has bailed his team out on a few of these Wings' great opportunities there as Rambo had a ton of room to work with. Now Church trying to do more of the same. Works it down to Robinson, fires and scores. Connor Robinson goes low on Brandon Miller and gets it by the right foot of the veteran goaltender. It's now 12-9.
Low and away shot. Defender steps off. He had room. He saw that lower corner and he buried it. Look at that, right off the pipe and in. Low and away shot. Great shot by Connor Robinson. That's his fourth goal of the season. He's at 3. His fourth is a very big one for Saskatchewan to stop the momentum for Philly.
So the lead is back to 3 now for the Rush. Another face-off win by Baptiste as Patton is going to finally haul that in. And now Ryan Wagner will bring it up the floor, and the Wings will get the offense set up as it's dished off to Blaze Reardon. Far side to Courier coming out of the bench, almost shot right away. Goes to Buchanan instead. Buchanan trying to spin away from the defender. Fed it far side for Courier. Pushes it back out for Kevin Crowley. 7 to shoot for the Big Cat. Puts it out in front, and they couldn't get the shot away. Still taking down. Here's Crowley. He gets the shot off. It's stopped. And it'll be picked up by Kirk. No rebound. Right side, here come the Rush. Trying to add to this lead again. As Church moves it off for Keenan. They cycle it around. Here's a shot wide of the net. Picked up though by the Rush on the near side. It's McIntosh. Trying to find a lane to the net with 5 to shoot. Feeds it back out. Long shot, hit a leg, goes to the corner. There'll be a shot clock violation. Wings coming the other way.
Good defense, Philadelphia. Sacrifice your body. Absorb that shot.
We talked about the comeback that Halifax put on Saskatchewan last weekend. In order to complete that comeback and send it to overtime, they scored 3 extra attacker goals in the final minutes of the game. Wings hope it doesn't take that tonight as Rambo gets one away, but it bounces wide. Long rebound. Reardon trying to angle it off, and he will get there. Excellent job by Blaze Reardon, but he's just going to run out of time on the shot clock, and it will be Saskatchewan ball as it will roll all the way to the other end. That'll be where the Rush will pick it up. They'll start in the left corner of the Philadelphia zone. Here is Church. Scoots out toward midfield, now feeds it up to the right side. Matthews runs around behind the net, held to the boards by Liam Burns. One-handed pass, had a man going to the net, couldn't complete that pass, and Miller will get there first. Ahead for Nick Finley. Had the ball off the bounce, but he could not quite control it. And now it's the Rush going the other way.
Opportunity missed there for Philadelphia on the breakaway. Liam Burns played great defense at the other end without a stick on the previous possession.
Here's McIntosh. Charbonneau able to get around the pick. It skips to the near side. They battle for it there. Low shot put in. What an effort on that play by Austin Murphy. Almost rolled it along the ground, and he beats Miller. It is 13-9.
Murphy, what a crafty goal. Look at the toe drag and then a backhander right underneath Miller's legs. Big screen up top, sets it up, toe drag underneath while still in his offhand. He just shuffles it right hand underneath, gets under Miller for the goal. His first of the season.
Saskatchewan Rush goal scored by number 11.
And
Austin
Miller got a piece of that with his glove, but not quite enough to keep it out.
Mark Matthews and number 90, Ben McIntosh. Saskatchewan goal scored by number 11, Austin Murphy. Assisted by number 42, Mark
So
Matthews, and number 90, Ben
Scales
McIntosh.
are swinging the wrong way for the Wings right now, but still plenty of time to work with. 9:41 left in this fourth quarter. They got to start making their move soon here, though. A pass was knocked awry, and now the ball's on the floor. Great job by Kevin Buchanan to work some space free for the Wings to pick that up, and a bid from the left side is stopped by Kirk.
Saskatchewan's getting some goals from the other guys. That always helps on offense. Murphy putting in goals.
Rush will get set up as Church surveys the situation. Off to the left side for McIntosh. Fires, save made by Miller. And he'll work it ahead for Wagner. Defense out quickly for the Rush. So Wagner holds off. Now he feeds a man coming off the bench. That was Crowley. The shot was stopped by Kirk. A helmet is in the net, belonging to a Rush player. And now we've got a whistle and a timeout on the floor. 13-9 our score. Rush with the lead over the Wings.
Wings fans.
It's off against the New England Black Wolves on Saturday, March 7th at 1 p.m. The first 1,000 kids aged 12 and under will get a limited edition Wings 4-pack of Crayola crayons. Be there to experience nonstop action and fun for the whole family when the Wings return here to the Wells Fargo Center. Score your tickets now at wingslax.com. Evan Kirk has been winning the goaltending battle here tonight.
He has been so impressive tonight, just absorbing shots from all over the floor. Let's remember, this guy was the National Lacrosse League goaltender of the year just 4 years ago in 2016. So this is one of the best goaltenders in the league, and boy, is he showing it tonight. He's been tremendous, 34 saves on 43 shots. He's eating them up from inside, outside. He's been the difference for Saskatchewan in front of a very stout defense.
10th season for Kirk. 32 years old, out of Orangeville, Ontario, and getting it done tonight here for the Saskatchewan Rush. Wings, though, still a little bit of time left to try to get some by him, as Brett Hickey tried to spin his way through a defensive set, but couldn't hold on to the ball, and here come the Rush the other way.
Saskatchewan has been one of the stingiest defenses in the fourth quarter so far this year. They've only given up 13 goals in the 7 games they've played. So that defense is playing quite well in front of Kirk.
Off-ball foul will give the ball back to Philadelphia. Steph Charbonneau has it on the right side. Charbonneau plays far side. Shot save made by Kirk off the stick of Josh Courier. And here comes the Rush back up the floor. Wings have a tough trip in their next time up. They're going to be out in Colorado taking on the Mammoth. The altitude and all that fun stuff. And then coming back here to Philadelphia on the 7th. Here's Murphy. Winds, fires, save made by Miller. Reached behind him, but he had it sealed up.
Look at the save from outside. Just absorbs it. Easy save, actually, for Miller.
Ton of experience between the pipes for Miller. He's been a great mentor for Higgins as well this season. Wings trying to chip away at this deficit. Ball bounces off the end glass and onto the back of the net. Whistle blown, and now a little more pushing and shoving behind the play. They'll break it up. Now they're going to bring him to the box. I thought they were just going to let this go, but they're going to put Kevin Crowley in the box, along with the veteran defenseman Kyle Rubicic.
Rubicic mixing it up with Crowley behind the play. Looked like he was going to let it go. He was holding Crowley's stick. Crowley wasn't happy with it, pushing and shoving. Refs putting them both in the box.
Will remain at 5-on-5. 7 minutes left to go in this fourth quarter. Wings are down by 4, 13-9.
2 minutes for roughing. Wings penalty to number 21.
They work around up top. A shot in, stopped by Brandon Miller. And the Wings get to the loose ball. Charbonneau comes quickly the other way. Charbonneau down the right side. Holds, shoots. And went wide of the net. Rebound. Jabbed at by a pack. And now finally pulled out by Saskatchewan. It'll be Messenger up the left side. Church looking to shoot. So blocked off his stick, up out of play. It'll be Saskatchewan ball. Time growing thin here for Philadelphia. 6:21 left in this fourth quarter. 13-9 is the score. Rush pulled away in the first part of the second quarter. Another off-ball push. Or no, this is going to be a full-out holding the stick. This is going to be a penalty on Saskatchewan. So the Wings are going to go back up a man here with 6:15 left in the fourth quarter.
You're going to get a cross-check on Murphy right there. Austin Murphy with a cross-check away from the ball.
There's 2 penalties, Scott. We have the cross-check that you saw and the holding the stick that I saw. Get the official call.
2 fouls.
We get a look here at one of the fouls. There's the stick being pulled out of the hands of Ryan Wagner. So full occupancy in the Saskatchewan penalty box right now, and the Wings with a 2-man advantage. This is big. They'll work it around. A shot stopped, and no rebound permitted by Evan Kirk.
Number 11, Austin Murphy, 2 minutes for holding the stick, and number 17, Robert Church.
See, Philadelphia, although they had a 5-on-3, there's often more room with just 4 offensive players. So they had Matisse backing up the play.
Wings are 1 for 2 on the power play. The Rush have not taken many tonight, but they take 2 here. Took a lot against Halifax last week, and Thunderbirds made him pay for it. Over the shoulder shot was wide, and we have a yard sale of bodies and sticks, but it'll be the Wings coming the other way out of that. Minute 10 left on the 2-man advantage. The Wings looking to pull back within 3.
So again, Matisse is outside of the picture right now. There's more room for Philly. Hickey with the shot, goal.
It pays off as Brett Hickey goes low and threads one through. 13-10 now the score. The Wings are going to continue on the power play.
5 guys often clog up the offense, but right there it's spread. Hickey gets his shot, sets his feet, lets it go. Beats Kirk 5-hole. Big goal for Philadelphia. See if they can get a run going.
So Hickey with his 2nd of the game, 24th of the year. Trevor Baptiste is going to try to get a critical face-off win going against Jeremy Thompson. Thompson's numbers are pretty good for the overall season, but he has been even better tonight. He's gotten the help of a few violations. He's been able to kind of cause Baptiste to take a few. Baptiste won that, but the Wings couldn't control, and now Saskatchewan with an opportunity, but they'll just roll off and kill some time. Unlucky bounce.
Yeah, tough break there for Philadelphia. Baptiste made and won the face-off. Fortunately, couldn't control it.
Don't forget to take advantage of that delicious offer by showing your ticket.
31 seconds left on the man advantage. McIntosh holding with 7 to shoot. McIntosh running toward a lane. He's got cut off. Now he'll come back. Got the shot away, but it will not get on net before the buzzer goes off. So the Wings now headed up the field with 14 seconds left on the power play. Anthony Jochum will pull up. Wings will get set. Opportunity here to at least get set up on the man advantage. Lays Reardon coming up high. Feeds it off. Here's a shot. Save made. Rebound controlled. Thrust up field. Just off the stick of Rambo. And now we've got a whistle and then a push as Finlay ran into a man. It'll be Saskatchewan ball. And we have a timeout on the floor. Our home stretch is coming up. Wings down by 3 with 4:04 left.
And now the time we've all been waiting for. Let's announce the winner of tonight's 50-50. If your 50-50 ticket has the number on the video board screen, 242048.
Highlights on our social channels. Get the best goals, saves, and action during the games and during the week on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and NLL.com. Wings trying to pull within some striking distance here, but the Rush have gotten a couple.
And they're coming from the other guys. There's Austin Murphy with one. And then Hickey answers one. Last 2 goals. Here we go.
Back and forth isn't going to do it for the Wings, though. At this point, they need to make some progress. Down by 3, 4:04 left to go in this fourth quarter. 3 goals scored by Halifax late last week against Saskatchewan with the extra attacker on. We'll see if the Wings need to get there, but they might be vacating the net before too long. Baptiste won the draw, bounced off his stick. He's able to muscle his way back to it, though. Great effort by the face-off man for the Wings, Trevor Baptiste. But he's able to try to get a pass off, but it was knocked away from its intended recipient. And Saskatchewan forcing the turnover will get possession.
Swarming defense by the Rush. Baptiste was trying to get rid of the ball, but he had 3 guys draped all over him.
And working around as the Rush content to eat up some clock, but also will try to add to the lead. Here's Church with 4 to shoot. He is just manhandled by Pace and finally has to just toss it into the far corner. So here come the Wings now with 3:18 left to go in this fourth quarter. Brett Hickey getting things set up. Pass was deflected away from Reardon, and it just takes a terrible bounce for Philadelphia right into the crease. And Kirk is able to gobble that up.
Last 3 possessions for the Wings have all resulted in turnovers. Tough possessions right there.
Here come the Rush. It's Keenan looking for more. Keenan up top, fires, save made by Miller. He's able to gobble that up. Wanted to go down the field with it, but an alert play by McIntosh got a stick in the way. Now Miller's going to follow the play up the floor, and the Wings are going to put the extra attacker out with 2.5 left to go in this fourth quarter. And they pull off the comeback. Rambo right side. They're working around. Dump to Reardon near side, far side. Wings thought they had something there, but the net was knocked away. Now it'll be tossed into an open net, but the challenge flag is already on the field. Paul Day threw it almost all the way across the field. And we are going to have a look here.
It should be a goal. What Kirk did is as he knew that ball was going into the empty net, he pulled the goal off its moorings, moved the goal, or it would have been an open net. Watch Kirk. He's pushing the goal all the way to the off the line. It would have been an open net goal. It's not like hockey where you've got the stanchions coming up. Look at the push across. Here comes Curry. It's going to be a goal. Watch where it goes in on the outside. If Kirk had not moved the net, it would have broken the plane here.
Now look for these little 2 white dots. You see the 1 white dot there at the top of the screen. The ball went right on the inside of it. Those dots indicate where the net would have been. So we're going to get a good look at this here.
Must admit, I've seen it before. Kirk wears the 35 of the great Dallas Elliott. Dallas Elliott used to do this all the time too. Pull the goal off its mooring so that it doesn't look like a goal, but he moves the goal to negate the opportunity for the offensive shooter to score.
Courier was right there. It was excellent ball movement by the Wings as Reardon with the quick stick pass over to Courier, quick stick shot, but all of a sudden the net was turned 45 degrees to the left. Watch where the ball goes. It goes right over that area there where the post would have been. So unlike New England, where we don't have an overhead camera, as we have discovered this season, the Wings do have it here. That goal line means something, regardless of where the net is.
You think about it, if the net stayed where it was, looked like that ball would have gone in the front side of the net, across the plane, and would be a goal.
And those that dark circle you see right there, that is a magnet. And there's another magnet on the lower half of your screen that's underneath the goaltender, and that's what holds the net in place. It's just the magnetic force of those nets, and with the way these players fly around, they are movable relatively easily, and that's why the rules do allow for some interpretation of goals being scored even when that net has moved. It's also not an automatic whistle when the net is off the moorings like it is in perhaps the National Hockey League. The play can still continue, and sometimes the plane of the goal can move with the goal.
Yep.
So it's a little bit of a unique situation to indoor lacrosse. They are taking an awful long look at this. In fact, there was a second official in there for a while.
I mean, it's the question is, can they call it a goal even though it really was not a goal? Does it result in a penalty shot?
There are a couple different ways that this could go. Hopefully for the Wings' sake it benefits them. Philadelphia down by 3 right now with 2:12 left to go in the fourth quarter. They had pulled the goaltender Miller. That's the other question, is if this is not a goal, does the empty net goal at the other end count? Because that's what finished the play. There was an empty net goal for Saskatchewan. Paul Day's got an arm on him, by the way. He threw that flag 80 feet.
After review, the net was displaced, but the ball does not cross where the plane of the crease, so there's no goal. Just one good goal.
So Paul Day showing his displeasure now.
Doesn't agree with that call.
Next. You could say that. It was right over that mark, and to me, it looked like it might have been on the inside of it, but I can also see the argument for it might have hit the post if the post was there. That's the only thing you can think of there.
And it's not a dead ball foul, so the whistle did not occur, and it's going to result in a goal.
Yep, they do.
Saskatchewan.
They do count the goal for Saskatchewan. The scoreboard in the building showing 14-10.
Saskatchewan Rush goal scored by
so the empty netter does count.
Saskatchewan Rush goal scored by number 16.
And we're going to get a face-off at center. You see here what the result was of this play. Watch Paul Day with the flag there at the top of your screen as we went by him. But that was the end result, was that empty net goal. So 14-10 now is the score. Wings do win the face-off. Here's Baptiste going to the net, scores! He stepped in the crease. It's waved off. What an effort by Trevor Baptiste. But just by an inch or so. And now the flag's on the field again.
Paul Day whipped another challenge flag across the field.
Do you get more credit for the further you throw the flag? Yeah, there it is. There's no reason not to do it at this point.
Yeah, obvious in the crease. Great effort by Baptiste. Fortunately, had his foot in that crease. That's going to be a no goal going the other way.
But my, oh my, what a spark Baptiste would have provided there if that had been a good goal. 6 on the year for Baptiste. Many of them scored in that fashion. I guess those challenge flags have weights in them or something. It's the only way you can wing it that far, but yeah, this one's not close, unfortunately.
Yep, this shouldn't take long for the official to review.
Even New England's cameras can pick that one up. So it's going to be Saskatchewan ball coming out with 1:56 left to go in the fourth quarter. And we'll get the official word.
After review, the call on the floor is confirmed. The shooter's foot is in the crease. No goal. Philadelphia is charged with a 2-minute delay game.
So the Rush will go on the power play as a result of that.
Wings penalty for delay of game is being served by number 16.
And really, Scott, just another piece, another situation where luck is just not on the Wings side this week.
Yep. And again, Paul Day, you have to challenge that at this point in the game. You're down by 4 goals. Trying to make something happen. Saskatchewan's just going to burn the clock.
So they'll have to shoot about every 30 seconds or so. 12 left on this particular shot clock. But they're going to take every bit of time they can, are the Rush. Here's Church, fires and scores.
Folks, you're seeing one of the best teams in the National Lacrosse League. This is the Saskatchewan Rush. This team is a high-powered offense, an incredibly skilled defense, great goaltending. Look at Church setting up, buries it. That near pipe right there, Drexel product with another goal. Shatner skip pass. Church sets up, beats Miller to a stick side.
Second of the night for Church, 12th of the year. One of the most prolific scorers in Drexel's history. He's 4th all-time in that program with 194 points in his career. And has made a very successful transition to the indoor game. Wings win the face-off. They'll bring it up the floor, trying to see what they can't do with the time they have left, but probably just a little bit too little time to work with.
Saskatchewan played a complete game. Kind of talked about it on the offense, on the defense. We highlighted 2 guys in Ben McIntosh. He had 3 goals and 3 assists. Mark Matthews had a goal and 8 assists on the night, 9 points. Those the big 2 right there for Saskatchewan. Delivered for their team. Incredible offense, very stingy defense, and outstanding goaltending by Saskatchewan.
And really, that's a big number, but it's what Matthews has been doing all year. He's got 24 assists in 7 games. So he's just been a machine there for this Rush team as the shot clock expires, and the Wings will take one final trip down the floor as we are approaching 20 seconds left to go in this fourth quarter. With the Rush 4-0 on the road coming into this game. They'll win their 5th in a row away from Saskatoon. And the Wings will hopefully use this game to build on their prowess moving forward. As you mentioned it, Scott, a very experienced team. Wings are still a young one. They're so much better than they were last year. But you know, they still got a lot of room to grow here as the horn sounds, and we have our final. 15-10 is our score. Saskatchewan comes in and takes the victory, Scott. And again, Wings did some good things. Didn't get a lot of luck tonight. Had a hot goaltender, and you know, you just take it and build on it.
Absolutely. You know what? You got to give credit where credit's due, and credit goes to the Saskatchewan Rush. They played an outstanding game tonight. They came into a hostile environment. As you said, they were 4-0 on the road coming in. Now they go to 5-0 on the road. They travel very well. And there's Kirk right there, an outstanding game between the pipes. Great offense, great defense all the way around. We saw some great lacrosse tonight. Unfortunately, it was for the other team.
So the Philadelphia Wings go to 7-4 on the year now. They will get set to travel to Colorado next time out. They'll take on the Colorado Mammoth. They're back here at the Wells Fargo Center on March the 7th. That's your final. 15-10. Saskatchewan gets the win. For Devin Caney, Scott Gabrielson, and our entire crew, including our producer Josh Schrager, our director Mike Mulligan, I'm Brian Smith. Thanks so much for joining us tonight here on NBC Sports Philadelphia. Rush get the win 15-10.